Hey y'all, I just finished recording my other video on the wrong screen. See, this is what it's supposed to look like for Algebra 2. I'm so mad about it. Okay, we're doing alternate factoring methods. I'm going to show you some other things and some tips and tricks. So, some of you learned what's called the box method, which is basically the factoring method, or the XPuzzle method, but it's like on its side. So, and for all these, I'm going to be solving x squared minus 2x minus 8 equals 0. All of them, I'm going to do that same one so that you can kind of see the similarities between them. So for the box method, what we do is we draw like a Punnett square from biology. Shout out to science. And so what we're going to do is it's usually going to be x times x because that makes the first number. That's x squared. And then for the last number, I need it to go in this box. And I have to figure out what multiplies to get 8. Well, it could be 1 and 8, or it could be 2 and 4. And I need it to be a -2. When I add up these two boxes, they have to equal -2x. These two sideways boxes. So they're going to be, how do I say this a different way? It's going to be, what did I say, -4? Yeah, -4 and +2. Because this box then will be 2x because I'm multiplying. And this box will be -4x. And so that's how I get this. This is the box method for foiling, or for multiplying these two numbers together, which, by the way, is how you check your answer. But I'll show you that in a second. So what this tells me is that one of the factors is x minus 4, and the other factor is this x plus 2 right here on the side. So if there's no symbol, we automatically just say that it's a plus. So that's the box method of factoring. Here's the British method of factoring. I also call it the pants method, or the shorts method, and I'll show you why. Ooh, it's only one method, it's not multiple. So here's the British method of factoring. Same thing. So I'm going to start with the same problem. X squared minus 2x minus 8 equals 0. What we're going to do is we're going to, this is why I call it the pants method. I'm going to drop down the x squared and the -8. But for the 2x, I want to split this into two things that add up to get -2 and multiply to get -8. And we already kind of did this thinking over here. It's going to be 2 and 4. So I'm going to do plus 2x and minus 4x. See the pants? Like here. They're shorts, I know. Okay. And then we have to cuff them. So what we're going to do is we're going to take out the greatest common factor. So what multiplies to get x squared and 2x? X. So we're going to take that out. It's going to be x, and then it's going to be x plus 2 left. Because what I'm doing is I'm taking it out. If I were to multiply that back in, it'd be x squared, and that would be 2x. So that's how I get that. And then what multiplies to get -4x and also -8? -4. And so that's going to be x plus 2. Because I do -4x divided by -4 and -8 divided by -4. Do you see how these two are the same? That's one of the factors, is the x plus 2. And then the other one is what's left when I basically cross them out. See that x minus 4 chilling? I should have boxed my answers. Oh, and then just as a reminder, that's the factors. We want to actually find the answer. So it's x equals 4, x equals -2, x equals -2, x equals 4. That's the solutions, is that. There we go. Sorry. So that's the British method. That's why I call it pants, because they're like little cargo shorts. Okay, and then let's talk about all this mental math that goes into it, because there's a couple other methods like guess and check. So guess and check is really for the what times what equals 8 and what plus what equals -2 part. That's really what the guess and check part is. So usually what we do is we're going to make a little list. Oh yeah, it's been -8 the whole time. We're gonna make a little list. So I know that, so multiply and add. I know that 1 times 8 makes 8, but I want negative, so I'm gonna do -1 times 8, or it could be -8 times 1, or it could be -2 times 4, or it could be -4 times 2, right? It could be either way to make -8. And then I'm just going to add these up. -1 plus 8 is 7. -8 plus 1 is -7. -2 plus 4 is 2. -4 plus 2 is -2. So this is the one that I want. And then I do the rest of the math from there. I don't just leave it like that. Let me also show you how to find the same information on a calculator. So if you go over here to table, what we're going to do is we're going to figure out what numbers multiply to get 8. But I can't say x times y equals 8 because y is already on its own alone. So what I have to do is I have to do it the other way. I have to do 8 divided by x. X is over here by the 4. And we just press enter 3 times. Okay. So this says that 0 times nothing is 8. It'll never get there. But this says 1 times 8 and 2 times 4. And then some gross numbers. There's 4 times 2 again, and there's 8 times 1. So this isn't super useful until we get to things like maybe 24. What times what makes 24? Well, 1 times 24, 2 times 12, 3 times 8, 4 times 6, and then it repeats itself from there. So those are the ones that we want to focus on if it's 24 or 68 or whatever it is. So there's a bunch of different options. You kind of want to use this as your number table. Miss, stop it. And so what we do is we go table, and then we did y equals -8 divided by x, or I should actually use the divide by symbol because we don't do, yeah. That looks like percentage, so I'm just going to fix it. And then we go enter, enter, enter. Was it enter one more time? Yeah. And that will get us where it shows us all the equations, all the y's and x's that make -8. I don't know if that helps you, because then you have to add them up in your mind to figure out what makes the number that you're looking for. But that's a calculator trick. Wow, that was not good. There's a little bit more you can do in the calculator, but I'm not going to show you because I want you to practice factoring. And the only reason I'm asking you so nicely to do that is because later, we're going to have to factor pretty quickly, and using a calculator won't help you. And so I want you to get used to the idea of factoring just on a whim, on the drop of a hat. Gosh darn it, miss, stop it. She's trying to get stuff out of that box. Do you see her? No, you don't, because there's stuff here. Oh, well, it's fine. If these still don't work for you or your teacher showed you something different, I will help you. I just don't know all the ways that our teachers here at Mount Vernon teach factoring. So I can't specifically say like, oh, Mr. Young taught you this method. All I know is that Mr. Hope taught you the same kind of thing I did, but in a box. Like it's the diamond method. It's the same. But I don't know the rest. So I hope that one of those helped you. And I really hope that you picked one. By the way, these are actual methods. These are tricks for finding the numbers. These aren't really methods. They're just there on the way. Okay, if it didn't help you, please email me. I'll find other methods. I'll find you more things. I will do whatever you need because I want you to be successful and you're worth it. So I hope you learned something, or at least maybe you even watched this. Maybe it's just me. All right.